Then coming to the basic terms related to nervous system, let us see what are the basic terms. First is stimulus. What is the meaning of stimulus? Stimulus means what? If there is a sudden change in the environment that is felt by the nerves or the neuron or the sensory nerves, and that helps in responding of that organism, so that is named as stimulus. Stimulus means what? If there is a sudden change in the external environment or in an internal environment of the body. Then comes response. What is this response? The change in an organism resulting due to stimulus. Means, suppose if I touch a hot iron, immediately I remove my hand. So that is my response. The removing my hand, withdrawal of my hand is my response. And the temperature change which I felt on my fingertip, that is the stimulus which I got. Then comes impulse. Impulse means what? That is a wave of irritability, means there is a disturbance, electrical disturbance that takes place, and that message, in simple word we can say, the message is being sent from the receptor to the brain. So that is named as impulse. Then comes receptors. Receptors are the cells which receive the stimulus, and then it transfers the impulse towards the central nervous system. And then comes effectors. Effectors means what? The glands that are responsible in causing responses or in performing the function. So those are the effectors. So suppose I'm just explaining you with an example. Suppose if I'm touching a hot iron, means that hotness or the change in the temperature, that is the stimulus which I'm getting. Then receptors are the cells which are present at the tip of my finger, and then the stimulus or the message, that is the impulse, is being sent to my brain. Then my brain studies the thing, what happens, and then the brain sends the impulse back to the effector, means the muscles of my arms, to withdraw the hand, and that is named as effector. And the withdrawal of my hand, that acts as a response. So these are the basic terms which we'll be studying further in this chapters. As I was talking about synapse, what is synapse? Synapse, as I said you, that wherever it's a point of contact between the terminal branches of a neuron with the dendrites of another neuron separated by a fine gap. So the nerve impulse, they jumps into the next neuron, and it simply doesn't jump, but there is a chemical responsible for the transmission of this impulse, and that chemical is named as neurotransmitter, or we can call it as that the name of that neurotransmitter is acetylcholine, is released, and with the help of which the impulse is jumped to the next neuron. So if you see the structure here, so here is the structure of two here is the structure, this is the structure of axon terminal, this is axon terminal, and this part is the dendrite of another neuron. So this region, what makes the synapse? The presynaptic membrane, which is this region. Then comes the synaptic cleft, that is the gap between the synapse, and then comes the postsynaptic membrane, means the next neuron which is present. Okay, so these three together, it is known as synapse. So here are the synaptic vesicles which carries the energy and the By the help of energy, they carry the chemicals present, and that is acetylcholine, that is a neurotransmitter, helps in sending the impulses from one neuron to another neuron. And here comes the receptor which receives those impulses. Okay, so these are the, you can see the neurotransmitters are being released in the red dots, if you can see. Okay, so this is the way how the impulse is sent from one neuron to another neuron. After that, coming to the transmission of nerve impulse. What is the meaning of transmission? How this transmission is being done? So mainly it consists of three stages. One is polarized state, another one is depolarization, and the next one comes repolarization. So let us understand this by the help of the diagram. So here what we can see, there are positive ions which are present on the surface. This is the surface of the axon. This is the structure of an axon. So this is the positive ions which is present on the outer surface of the axon. Here also positive ions present on the outer surface of the axon, and the negative ions are present at the inner surface of the axon. Negative, that is the negative organic ions present at the inner surface of the axon. Now what happens if there is a stimulus is applied to this region? You can see the orangish region. If the stimulus is applied, so here what we can see, that this is in resting stage. This structure is in resting stage, so we can call it is in polarized state. And then if you see here that the stimulus is applied here, this is the orange part. So suddenly what happens, sodium ions enters inside the axon, and the negative ions moves outside along with the potassium ions. Means the membrane becomes permeable to the sodium ions. So there is a transmission of sodium ions towards the inner side of the axon, and the negative ions moves outer side. So this region where the stimulus is present, that is excited, and we can call it as a depolarized state. The reason is in depolarized state. Rest all are in polarized state. The region where stimulus is present, at that time you can see it is in depolarized state. Now what happens here, now the stimulus is, or the impulse is carried to the neighboring area. As it is carried to the neighboring area, again this area becomes impermeable. The membrane becomes impermeable to sodium ion. So sodium ion moves outside of the axon membrane. And when the impulse is carried to the next neighboring area, there you can see again it gets excited, and the negative ions moves outside and the positive ions moves inward. So this area becomes polarized and this area becomes repolarized. So hence what we studied in this diagram, that when it is in resting phase, it is named as polarized state. When any stimulus is applied to the region, to a particular region of axon, that region becomes depolarized. Positive ions move inward to the axon and negative ion moves outward. And when the impulse is carried to the neighboring area, the neighboring area becomes depolarized and the previous area becomes repolarized. Means it recovers its previous state. So this is how the impulse is moved from one area to another area. So you can see, so these are the three stages what we can see mainly during the transmission of nerve impulses, and this is also known as sodium pump. Why it is known as sodium pump? Because by using energy, this transport is achieved, and there is a transport of sodium ions again to the outside and inside, in outward and inward of the axon part. So that is why it is known as sodium pump. So in our next video, we'll be studying about types of neuron and nerves.